Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of Solihull Moors versus Grimsby Town in the National League playoff final. With a place in the Football League at stake. Are we going to have a new team in the Football League, which will be Solihull Moors, or are we going to have a team which has had previous experience in the Football League, Grimsby Town? It is on BT Sports.
I just feel there's not too much to separate between the teams. It's tough to call. I think the way that Solihull finished the season, they've got the form, but you could never write off a Grimsby fight.
And here comes out Grimsby Town and Solihull Moors for the chance to be in the Football League next season.
We don't want to see it to finish, so extra time and brilliant for them.
It's a good point actually. It's been quite the season, quite a post-season. They deserve a big finale. Looks like they're going to get it here at the London Stadium. Great scenes as the players emerge. Deliver, please. Give us what we all crave. There can only be one.
Here we go. Grimsby versus Solihull Moors. Let's go, folks.
In the company of Kevin Davis and Adam Somerson. Afternoon again, fellas.
Afternoon, Matt. Afternoon, everyone. Are these the days as a football fan that you'll either remember forever or want to forget by tomorrow? The National League promotion final, a fixture that is brilliantly brutal, as pressurised as they come. It is all or nothing. It is triumph or defeat. A season's work at stake, futures dependent on it. An occasion that can both inspire and intimidate. Solihull's players aim to make history. Grimsby's wish not to be weighed down by it. We could see a first Football League promotion or an immediate return to that particular promised land. The players will now be introduced to the presentation party. Jack Pearce, the National League chairman, Andy Alderson, the MD of the league's title sponsor, Vanarama, and Mark Ives, the general manager of the National League. Kevin Davis alongside me. Kevin, you've played in a playoff final that was to reach the championship with Preston. You'll know how these players...
I will give you guys the lineup now for both teams. This is your Solihull Moors. The lineup is unchanged for their semi-final win over Chesterfield. Okay, yeah, so that's your Solihull Moors team to play Grimsby today, and this is your Grimsby Town lineup to play Solihull Moors for a place in the Football League today.
Very good footballing teams, scoring goals. You know, it's got it all. It's got the making of a great game this for the neutral as well. The two best teams in the playoffs, you'd have to say they deserve to be here. It makes for a cracking game. Really looking forward to this one, Adam.
We've had 19 goals in the 4 playoff games so far. Will this one deliver entertainment as well today? There is every chance of it. This is two sides who are full of goals. Of course, it is the Jubilee weekend, and we'll now pause for the national anthem to be performed by Martin Toll.
Are we going to be watching you? Yeah, because it's a live watch along, so you're going to watch it as normal. Yeah, singing national anthem on the Jubilee weekend. What the right thing to do? We just got to play well. It's going to be a good game. Guys, put your question in the chat. Like, subscribe if you are new. It's Grimsby Town versus Solihull Moors for a place in the Football League. Are we going to have a new team in the Football League in Solihull? Or is Grimsby going to return to the Football League at the first time of asking? So hopefully it's going to be a good game.
A fantastic noise.
Because unfortunately, folks, I can't show the game due to copyright reasons, but I can do a live watch or I can do here.
Supporters have turned out in their droves today, hoping to see their team reach the promised land of the Football League. Let's have a look at the teams then. Paul Hurst has named the same Grimsby 11 that began both their previous playoff matches. It includes mid-season signing Gavin Holohan, who won last season's promotion final with Hartlepool. John McAtee, the team's top scorer and player of the year. He scored one and made two in the semi-final win over Wrexham. 23-year-old youth graduate Harry Clifton was on the fringes of the Grimsby squad when they last won promotion in 2016. Solihull are unchanged from the side that began last weekend.
Oh, it's going to be a good game.
Over Chesterfield. So much of their threat comes from Dallas and Sabara, who between them scored just over 46% of their side's league goals this season. Sabara is one of two Solihull players named in the National League Team of the Year. The other is left back Harry Boys, who's on loan from Sheffield United. Kevin Davis is alongside me today, and this Kevin is...
Guys, big question in the chat. Like, subscribe if you are new.
Yeah, look at the two teams here. Look at the Grimsby 2, Fox and Holohan. You think that they're going to have a very disciplined afternoon in front of that back four. You look at the firepower, the five attacking players for Solihull Moors, Hudlin, Dallas, Barnett, Maycock.
This is going to be an interesting game.
They'll all look to rotate to make attacking runs, so they're going to have a big game and allow that front 3-4 of Grimsby to go and try and win them the game.
Kyle Storer, the man who leads Solihull today, 35 years old, and who was a National League title winner with Cheltenham back in 2016, looking to do it via the playoffs this time with Solihull. Our referee today is Martin Woods, taking charge of 13 National League matches this season, showed 43 yellow cards, just the 2 red though. And there is the man, really the hero of the semi-final for Grimsby, the captain, Luke Waterfall, scored twice against his former club Wrexham in that final 4 tie. One of the craziest games of football I think I've ever seen. Let's hope for another one today, although it would have to go some to live up to that semi-final at the racecourse. This the 20th National League promotion final. Few football matches come with greater pressure. There are bigger games, there are more glamorous occasions, but in terms of what it means to the clubs and the fans involved and how it affects future direction, not much can match this.
Here we go, we are on the way, folks, in the playoff final between Solihull Moors and Grimsby Town. The game is underway, folks.
Could be history making for Solihull Moors and the opportunity for Grimsby to bounce straight back. We know not many teams do that, so huge for both clubs. Look at these early opening exchanges. You just want to get a feel for the ball, settle down into the stadium.
The game's on the way. Let me get your questions in the chat.
Neil Ardley was a playoff winner with Wimbledon back in 2016, got them promoted to League One, lost the 2020 National League promotion final though with Notts County, beaten 3-1 by Harrogate at Wembley. We'll hope for better luck at the London Stadium today. Early touch here for Hudlin, looking for the run of Sabara. Players arriving on the edge of the box. It was a well-timed challenge that by Cropper, and it needed to be.
Yeah, we're going to see Hudlin there holding the ball up really well. And as soon as he gets the ball, you look at Sabara looking to make those forward runs. Defending in the end. Early corner though for Solihull. Good start.
Well, so many goals in the playoffs so far have come from set pieces. Something that both sides.
So guys, big questions in the chat. Like, subscribe if you are new.
Threat. And it's Solihull with the first opportunity.
And the corner
from a
to
corner.
Solihull Moors.
Just under a minute and a half gone at London Stadium. It looked to be a particular vulnerability from set pieces about Grimsby. That was a win in the end for them at the racecourse as it's towards the near post and flipped on dangerously. They struggled to get it clear. And the shot was
Nearly a goal for Solihull.
He scored in the semi-final.
Similar corner to the one we saw them score against Chesterfield. A short corner. Good with the initial header. Poor clearance in the end from Smith and just stabs it and they managed to scramble it away for another corner.
Waterfall was the player who was turning his back on that. There were several appeals for a penalty there, but early pressure here from Solihull, sent into the danger zone again. But it's a free kick to Grimsby. And certainly Solihull looking to do the pushing early on.
Yeah, really positive start from Solihull. Putting the pressure on early. We know they're a real threat.
Sorry about that, folks. Oh, I sneezed.
He's game, not defensively, but he's also scored a few goals this season as well, so
Where do you watch it live?
Hurst admitted recently that, in his own words, Grimsby were in a bit of a mess when he took over the club
BT Sports!
last season.
BT Sports! You guys want BT Sports? You can watch it here, because I'll keep you informed with what's going on.
Did it back in 2016 when they beat Forest Green in the final that year. After several near misses before that, as the challenge comes in from Fox on Hudlin.
Thank you very much, but I will.
Fox, I have to say, has been
If you
excellent
guys do
in the
watch
playoffs
it,
so far.
I appreciate if you will still watch the live stream and support the channel, support me and what I do. It's also good to get to know some people, and let me know if you guys have subbed to the channel as well.
They're almost matched up, aren't they? So you see Holohan and Fox up against Makeup and Sabara. Store just to try and take care of McAtee. So going to be key battles out there. So whoever's going to win the most battles will go on to win this game. But a good start.
Hopefully we get some good chances in the game. Hopefully it'll be a good game of football.
It's just a high boo there from Hudlin. All 6'9" of him.
He's a confident lad. He was saying in an interview recently, the opposition have put off just seeing me get off the team bus. Says the mental battle is already won. He was, I think, probably referring to his imposing presence at 6'9", the tallest player in the top 5 English leagues.
Yeah, it's how you play him. I'm sure Waterfall and Smith, you know, they'll look to get tight. They'll try and get him underneath the ball and just try and take him out of the game. But his hold-up play is good as well. He is tall, but he brings those attacking players into the game really well, and then it allows him to really spring in behind.
Harry Boyes then to take the throw in, the only player on the pitch who was both in the official National League Team of the Year and Adam Virgo's Team of the Year as well.
So guys, big question in the chat, like, subscribe if you're new. It's Solihull Moors 0. Grimsby Town over. Here comes Solihull. Here comes Dallas. Here comes Dallas. Oh, couldn't.
That really is an early glimpse of what he's capable of. Down that flank, Sousa now at the other end for Grimsby, put into touch by Howe.
Yeah, you see the game right there. Solihull
Two good chances in a minute, but nothing has come off either of them.
Counter attack. It's a nice ball through here. It's really good play from Dallas. Gets away down this left-hand side. Look at those players looking to get in the box. Hudlin.
Hello, Michael. How are you doing?
And Grimsby looks to spring from there.
It's the first time in the game that we've seen one of these long throw-ins from Cropper. Such a handy weapon this for Grimsby. They got the winner in the semi-final from one of his throw-ins. To a dangerous area again.
Nearly a goal for Grimsby, folks. Good save by the keeper.
He came off Hudlin. Hasn't done much in the way of training this week, the Solihull goalkeeper McDonnell. Ahead of the semi-final, he was suffering with a back problem for a few days. Only been in light training because they were so worried of a reoccurrence of that injury. He was an emergency loan himself because Ryan Boot picked up a season-ending injury there. Regular number 1 towards the end of the campaign.
So guys, big question in the chat. I like to, if you guys want to get involved. Nearly a goal for Grimsby there. Nearly an own goal for Grimsby. Went on the up by an own goal, but it was good save by the Solihull Moors keeper. Still 0-0. 7 minutes played. Is there a fish? No. It's on, you can watch it on BT Sport or watch the watch along. Here comes Grimsby on the ball. Grimsby have got the ball now. The ball's crossed in. Oh, headed away. And Grimsby have regained the ball. Let's see what happens now. Ball's crossed in. And he's just missed it. And the ball has stayed in somehow. And it's a goal kick to Solihull.
McAtee getting into a little bit of space and a lot of pressure on to stop this cross. Just sees the run of Clifton. Just creeping around the back a little bit there, just a little bit too high for him. He's going to be a key player for them, in great form coming into these playoffs.
goals in his last 7 games. The McAtee Hudlin is chasing this. The goalkeeper, Crocus,
Guys,
slices it
we do
into touch.
not put any links or mention any other sites. We don't want to give them exposure, everything like that, because it's then taken away from the stream that I'm doing.
#1, but he's made that spot his own.
Grimsby, Brazil. Are you a Grimsby fan from Brazil? Guys, let me know where in the world you are watching the game from, or watching the stream from. 8 minutes played, folks. 0-0.
Boys.
Here comes Solihull. I've had a shot blocked. Is he going to go for another effort? No, he's passed it. It's going to be a cross. There's a cross. Oh, it's deflected. Oh, Grimsby going to get it cleared. They have. Grimsby got it cleared. It's 0-0. If you see on the stream, it's 0-0.
Here come Grimsby. Taylor. McAtee makes the run beyond him. Solihull have got plenty back. Fox.
See Taylor there looking for support.
Greece, welcome. Welcome.
Forward one.
Let me know, guys, if you are sub to the channel as well, because we do want to get this channel up to 2K subs. It'll be the next target for this channel. I'm watching it from Manchester, but I'm originally from Grimsby. Nice. Yeah.
Couldn't quite get the pass through to him that time though. Taylor.
Even if you guys want to ask, where am I from? Who my team do I support? Any questions, you are welcome to ask.
With Amos down the Solihull right, the Grimsby left could be the key feature of the game. He was very good in the semi-final, Barnett.
Let's see how this game goes. 0-0, been ebbing and flowing.
Zaha scored for Solihull in that win over Chesterfield last weekend. And Budget. So many people around the grounds ask you, Kevin, they did me anyway, who do you think's going to win this? I have to say I've got splinters in my backside, couldn't pick one.
Yeah,
It's
with
so
you, Adam,
difficult.
it's a toss of a coin, isn't it? See, Grimsby got all the momentum. They're coming into this game full of confidence, thinking, you know, they can take in anyone. The manner in which they've got to this final gives you such huge belief as a club. And look at Solihull.
Throw into Grimsby.
Hard to beat, only beaten 23, and that was a
Who do you support?
winner up at Stockport, so
If any of you guys watched my stream before, you know I am a Chelsea fan,
it's just going to be
but
quality on the day. I think it's going to
I support my hometown club, which is Chesterfield. Chesterfield Football Club. I am from Chesterfield and I'm proud of that. Which I always think you always support your local team. I always say go and support your local team, back them, do whatever you can. Even if they're a big club, a small club, non-league, grassroots, or whatever, support your club. Support where you're from. Is there a lot more Grimsby fans then as well? Yes, there is. It's, I think about a quarter of the London Stadium is Grimsby.
Grimsby games should really come with a health warning for their fans. Their last 3 matches have produced 20 goals, 11 for, 9 against.
So they're not boring, Adam. I'll say that.
I've set it up for a no-win now, haven't I?
It's a good man. Stay loyal to our country, to our county.
Huddling towards the edge of the
Yeah.
box. Allison making his way in there too. So
And I thought to myself, Solihull Moors, they beat my hometown club Chesterfield to get to the final. So I thought what would be the nice thing to do is I'll back these in the final and support these in the final.
down the right, Barnett.
If we played Grimsby and Grimsby beat us, would you guys think I would have done the same? Not really, because Grimsby don't get on and Chesterfield don't get on. They don't get on. There's a rivalry between us and Chesterfield, between Grimsby and Chesterfield. So I wouldn't.
A free kick, no yellow card.
In no disrespect to Grimsby, it's due to the rivalry between Grimsby and Chesterfield. If Chesterfield lost to Grimsby, I don't think I would have done the same as support Grimsby because they beat us. I support Solihull Moors instead of because they beat Chesterfield, because of the fact we have nothing against them. I have no gripes against Solihull Moors. So I'm being the respectful person. Just if it was the other way around and it was Grimsby that did it to us, I don't think I would, because of there is a bit of a rivalry between us. Free kick to Solihull Moors. 30 minutes played. 13 minutes played, folks. Ball's crossed in. Oh, corner to Solihull Moors.
Decent delivery in front, boys. Good position.
Guys, if you guys want to give me some questions, put some questions in the chat. Ball's crossed in. Header. Oh, just wide of the bottom of the corner. Nearly a goal for Solihull. The only reason I'm supporting Moors is because I was basically raised there, got liked, an emotional connection. Well, hopefully they can capitalise on this opportunity. Oh. Yeah. If you guys have not seen, I'm only supporting Solihull Moors today because they beat my hometown club Chesterfield, which I think would be the respectful thing to do. If it was we lost to Grimsby, I don't think I would, due to the fact there is a rivalry between Chesterfield and Grimsby. Nah, I'm not going to answer that. A goal is coming, you can feel it, we keep making chances. That is true. We're making chances, we're doing everything we can to get the pass to the play going. But you also got to remember, Grimsby could also have one chance and they could take it. If you guys watched that game against Wrexham, we showed that anything can happen.
The best way to go. I've experienced it a couple of times myself, and whether it's Wembley or here, it's what gets you to the next level as a club, as a player. Lots of things will change on the back of this result. Players' contracts, does the manager see them as a League 2 player or a National League player? So much riding on the outcome of this result.
Grimsby have won the ball back. And it's a free kick to the Moors. Free kick to Solihull. If there wasn't a rivalry, would you support Grimsby Town? Oh yeah, that Wrexham game and that's what I'm saying. No.
That's a great example of what Solihull do there. Ryan Barnett's playing right in the front three.
Due to it's due that I like going. I will support a team in a game. I want them to win. Would be the underdogs, because you want to see an underdog story. Which, remember, AFC Barrow, they proved everyone wrong. Hello Alfie, how are you doing? Yeah, so I like to always go for the underdogs in a game, even my team's not involved.
Team today, here's Holohan, McAtee, Smith.
Grimsby are on the ball at the moment, 60 minutes played, 0-0.
Smith again has been a real success story on loan from Hull City.
Guys, let's try and make this stream entertaining. Let's get ask me questions throughout the stream so you can keep me busy while also keeping you in track with what's going on in the game. Oh, Solihull, that is... How did you guys keep hold of that? Well done. Grimsby are the underdogs, that's Solihull Moors finished above them. Oh, not really. Solihull Moors got the form, but Grimsby have had the better result in the playoffs. Which team are you supporting? Solihull Moors? Obviously. Because of the rivalry between Chesterfield and Grimsby, I'm not going to really support Grimsby.
As soon as the ball, you see any good sort of possession in the middle third, they can switch the ball there. Story with a wonderful switch of play. You see the Solihull fullbacks love to get forward, try and cause those overloads in those areas. Now it's just sort of a little
Good on you, Bo. I'm doing well, Alfie.
What I like about the Solihull team, they can hurt you in different ways.
Boyce, Dallas, slowed down the line. Here he is, former Rangers youth graduate. Saying this is the biggest game of his life. I'm sure there are plenty on the pitch who would say that. So much riding on this. As Kevin just said, futures of individual players in both the clubs. A lot of pressure to deal with. Storer.
Both teams working really hard against the ball, Adam. They've got in and out possession. Cromwell's defensively, they've looked okay. They just need to try and get one or two more players breaking forward when they get the opportunity. Try and support Ryan Taylor, John McAtee. Just need a bit more, and a few more forward runs from them. Just trying to grow into the game.
I was going to be more of a rivalry with than Scunthorpe, then Lincoln, and Lincoln and Chesterfield. But you also got to think geographically, you are closer to Lincoln, but don't forget you have played Chesterfield more than you have Scunthorpe, and then you have Lincoln, I think, in more because you've spent more time in, I think, League 2 or quite a lot of times. So
yeah, I think this week will all have been about sort of rest and recuperation early on, and then sort of grow into the week and start. You know, both managers know how they're going to play, how they're going to set up. You probably didn't expect any changes, so everybody knows what they've got to do. It's just all about the recovery, I think, and getting them right mentally. Solihull are probably slightly fresher, having had a couple of weeks break before the Chesterfield game, but winning games in the manner that just breeds confidence and belief within the group as well. So it's just finding poise, it really is.
Even I was shattered at the end of the Wrexham game and I didn't kick a ball.
That was unbelievable, wasn't it? Again, but just you can imagine the feeling in that dressing room afterwards. It's almost like it's written in the stars for you.
Yeah.
But this is a tough Solihull team to crack, so it's just the making of a great game. And like I say, nearly 20 minutes in, we're expecting it to be tighter than those previous games, that's for sure.
go on, Moors. Go, I want to see a new team in the Football League.
McAtee. Right here is Souza. Very technically gifted player. Looks to go on the outside. And there's his cross.
I support Leighton Orient, but I want the Moors to win. Yeah, if you want to see a new team in the league, it's nice to see clubs who we've never heard of before make it into the Football League because it's good. If you don't like seeing all the same teams.
Not one of them committing to go in.
Fox, struggling, who tried to pick it off and projected the ball well though, the number 4. Dallas only has Hudlin really up in support with him at the moment. Time challenged by the hard-working Holohan. McAtee. Cropper.
Guys, I'm just gonna pop off just for a few minutes because I just need to quickly. Won't be long.
Clifton, youth graduate at Grimsby, was born in the town. Holohan, Fox, nice approach play this by the Mariners. He's played it towards Clifton. I thought for a second it might run through to McAtee, but it was Storer who got it clear. Good period of possession this for Grimsby. Clifton went down, the challenge by Clark.
Gets a little bit too tight here, James Clark. Just a little shove in the back there, you can see it. Earns the foul. Good area, opportunity to get those centre halves up. Smith, Waterfall. Good Waterfall. 9 goals, I think, he's had this season, hasn't he? So what's he doing there?
7 in the regular season. And 2 in that incredible win over Wrexham as well. Who can Amos pick out here? Got an assist in that match at the racecourse. Amos. Hudlin back defending for Solihull. It's Clark, the man who gave away the free kick, who headed it clear. Still plenty on the edge of the box here, though. Souza. It's Cropper who put the cross in. Cropper looks to win it back and then goes down.
Oh, they're asking for a penalty at Grimsby. They're not getting it.
The player involved was Maycock, but the referee disinterested.
So guys, keep asking me questions. Keep the stream busy.
Lovely ball wide now to Souza. Taylor waits in the box, in towards him it went. Again, it didn't run for McAtee, but in comes
Oh! Nearly a goal for Grimsby.
towards the edge of the box. Now, complaints from both sets of players here, and it is going to be Solihull's ball.
Nearly a goal for the Moor. Nearly a goal for Grimsby.
Look, he had one option in the box. Taylor is onside. Saw a goal like that against Wrexham, didn't he? It falls kind of to the edge of the box. But they're just looking for maybe a deflection. Here's a penalty appeal.
That is not a penalty.
Doesn't he, Maycock? You've seen those given, that's for sure. It's clumsy.
Never a penalty. He's making the most of it.
It's worth reminding you, there is no VAR in operation here. I wonder how complicated that could have got for Solihull had there been VAR in operation.
What team do you support? I support Chelsea, which is my main team, but I always support my hometown club, which is Chesterfield Football Club. I'm from Chesterfield, I'm proud to be from there. I always support my hometown club. I always think you should be loyal to where you're from and always support your hometown club, no matter how big the team is, no matter how small the club is. If it's Premier League, Championship, League 1, League 2, non-league, grassroots, whatever it is, support your team no matter what.
It just sneaks in on the blind side, doesn't it? And this was a shot for the potential corner.
I thought Chesterfield were very unlucky not to be going up. That is true. We played very well in the first game against Halifax in the playoffs. We played absolutely unbelievable in that game. Then Solihull Moors, we just came up against a side who were unbelievable in form. Side which was unfortunate. Went 1-0 up through Joe Quigley. If you guys watched that game, you know how much I meant when I went for that, because it was a shock to me. But next season, I think we'll be up there fighting for the league title again. The reason we didn't win the league was due to just injuries at the wrong time of the season. We had an incident with our manager out of football issue, which meant we had to sack him.
Almost 25 now.
So,
Almost so far in this promotion final. Just to let you know that next weekend we have the FA Disability Cup finals. Live from St George's Park, our coverage starts at 10 AM. That's BT Sport 1. Hudlin Centre. Smith got the shot for Croker. Just took his eye off it for a second there, Cropper. I want to talk about vulnerability of Grimsby
Okay.
set pieces, but they haven't conceded a goal from open play yet in the playoffs. The 5 goals against them have come from 3 set pieces and 2 penalties. It's a tough ask to keep out Solihull today. They've scored 3 or more goals in each of their last 5 matches. Hasn't been quite clicking for them as of yet, though, in the final third. It's Grimsby who've been perhaps putting on a bit more pressure in the last 5 minutes. We've got Fight Night Live to look forward to. Brian against Dubois, Saturday, 7 o'clock for that on BT Sport 1. And then we have UFC 275, Teixeira.
up the town.
Prohaska
Fuck her off.
Saturday night.
Up the Moors, up the Moors. If you guys want to know, that's my mate there, my mate Dale. He's also a Chelsea fan like me,
Amos,
but
Smith,
likes to be a bit of a wind-up merchant, but likes to have a bit of banter now and then. He wants Grimsby Town to win. Up the Moors!
Waterford,
Yeah, Chesterfield had a lot of injuries, which didn't help. In the grand scheme of things,
Fox.
Barry.
A brief loan spell with today's opposition. And Fox. Waterford looking for.
Come on,
Taylor.
Solihull.
Clifton's there as well. Declined by how to win it for Solihull.
Chesterfield are shy. We're not shy. We are average. We were average. We had injury at the wrong time of the season. Go on!
Benjamin Dallas.
Go on!
Can he find the room for the shot? He did. And
Oh! I thought he was gonna score! Oh, I thought Solihull was going to score there.
But what a stop that was.
What a save! What a save! Nearly 1-0. Nearly 1-0. to Solihull Moors. What a save!
It's a wicked deflection, and what a save there from Max Crocombe. Awful deflection there off the thigh of Cropper, and he does unbelievable to palm that one away. Great save.
Fantastic reaction save there from Crocombe. Pulled off one of the best saves I've seen this season as well in the semi-final.
Be nice. Don't start or you will be getting timed out. Your message is getting removed because you don't say that to people. And he's a good mate of mine, so yeah, if you're going to be like that. Solihull Moors are on the ball now. 29 minutes played. 0-0. Chesterfield are a great team, but just poorly managed over the years. That is true. That is true.
You were saying ahead of this game that their way when they got that Grimsby in March, in which they came from behind, was the time of the season when they really started to believe Solihull.
Come on! Come on, the Moors. Get a goal, please.
There's times in a season, Kevin, when you do almost individually and collectively get that feeling that this could be your year.
I think so. You get a couple of players in to bolster the squad, and you just start to
So, guys,
really build something. And
put your questions up in the chat. Get some questions in.
I think you listen to like Neil Hardy, they're creating a real culture there. The players lead it, they all get on together. You start to get that momentum and belief that can really take you over the line.
I had to laugh when I heard Neil Hardy talking about the reaction that he got from friends and family when he took the job at Solihull. Some felt that he was unfairly let go by Notts County, but he said the reaction he got was raised eyebrows from
Hey,
some of his friends.
hey, Alfie.
That famous milk advert.
If you guys are going to be me and my mate, you will be getting timed out. Because he's done nothing wrong. He's having an opinion, having a say. You'll be crying when Grimsby FC win. No, if you're going to be like that, be nice and don't be harsh. We want to have nice banter.
So close now, getting him into the league for the first time. What a story that would be.
Chesterfield will get up. Orient did it, then unfortunately our manager died. Yeah. You can say that about any team in the National League, that is true. How the Moors haven't taken a point yet baffles me. That save was absolutely class. That is true.
Taylor in the box, Clifton's in there as well. McAtee plays pass to Holohan.
Good block.
And now Sosa.
Way! Grimsby mess up again. Way.
Right hand side. Clever player. Spots the run of Holohan, who released himself this time from midfield. Probably to that a little bit more. Maybe more Fox taking in turns.
Sosa, the player who couldn't quite get to that then, was once part of the Tranmere side that beat Solihull 9-0 back in 2017. I suspect it will be much tighter today. We've had
Come on, Solihull.
half an hour. Still await the opening goal in this promotion final. Flicked on by Taylor. Howe was there for Solihull. Was that kept in?
Grimsby are on the ball.
He says yes. Now Fox.
Ball's crossed in. Offside. Offside, folks.
Just runs a bit early there, doesn't it? Does that really well there. Ben Cox picks up those second balls and then looks to drive.
There is the Solihull chairman, Darryl Eales. I don't know whether maybe he was trying to take the pressure off the players and Neil Ardley ahead of his interview that we brought you before the game was fascinating when he said it's about planning for the next 20 years, not just this season or next season.
Bro, Hearts beating too fast was actually going to go and watch the game in real life, but tickets sold out quick. They were really expensive, yeah. That's what I've heard. Heard the tickets were really expensive, and I think the league had to try and do something by lowering the ticket prices.
Two good owners there.
Chesterfield, I've got that forward with that long name, great player. Yep, Kabongo to Jamwinga, legend, but the guy needs, when he gets back from injury, well, piece of same player and bags in 20 plus goals a season. Solihull are on the made their own. Come on, the Moors, that is true. Do any of you guys have any questions you want to ask me? Put in the chat.
We'll do it all again.
And the season for the 2022-23 National League season starts August the 6th.
6th of August, our first live National League game of next season.
August the 6th will be the start of the new National League season.
Maycock.
And we have got some new teams in the league for next season. We have got Oldham Athletic, Grimsby Town,
In towards Taylor, just taken away from him, and McAtee was there, and Clifton was there, and Holohan hit it. Body's in the way.
sorry. We have got Oldham Athletic, Scunthorpe United, Maidstone United, Dorking Wanderers, and Gateshead United. Yep, all leagues are starting early in England due to the World Cup.
I think the Grimsby players are potentially looking for a penalty.
That's a pen.
That's for me this contact there, isn't it? Right on the ankle there, late challenge. And they stayed down for a little bit after that.
Storer it is who comes in, doesn't get any of the ball, nowhere near it. And this clearly gets quite a bit of McAtee, and I'll repeat again, no VAR in operation in this promotion final. All have long gone there, Kevin.
Yeah, he's a lucky boy, I think, Cal Storer.
I have two fears. One, we don't get promoted this year. Two, we get demoted
The fact that it goes to Grimsby
immediately.
plays advantage, and then it's gone, hasn't it? But a couple of penalty shots for Grimsby.
This is how Amos has got hurt. Coming together with Hudlin, there can be no blame attributed to the big centre forward.
Yeah, he does well there. It's a little heavy touch from Hudlin. So Danny Amos to come over and make the challenge.
Scunthorpe will continue to drop. Oldham will be up there. That is true.
Yeah, every time you see it's a little bit heavy to touch. Just give Storer the opportunity to go and get it, but it's late there. It's clearly on the ankle there. Penalty for me, that one.
It's not just late, Kevin, it's dangerous, isn't it? You look at where it catches him.
I've seen it happen before though. It's a touch from McAtee that you think, oh, it's a heavy touch. I can get
What
there
happened to
and defend
Scunthorpe
it, but
actually?
such a
They
player
can't.
got
They've
there
died.
ahead of him.
No, just that
He drew the foul.
the team's just playing rubbish and they're just losing too many games.
Watching that replay, I wondered whether the referee's view might have been slightly blocked there. It's the only defence really that you can offer.
Guys.
Big calls to penalty appeals for Grimsby in this first half that have been waved away with 10 minutes to go of this first 45.
Near the end of the season, I will be doing a video on the channel where I'm going to be doing a prediction or I'm going to be doing a prediction for the 2022-23 National League season, where I think everyone's going to finish in the league, give my opinions, and then right at the end of the season and after the playoffs, we're going to find out. We're going to find out if I was correct.
Yeah, really good football. I was just watching McAtee there. Not looking interested, and then he comes alive. It's a lovely ball here. Gets turned and he sees the run of Taylor. It's a lovely little first time touch from Taylor. Spots the run from Holohan. It's a
Good
decent
save.
from him. Just
With the Moors keeper. Come on, Toyo.
And that one round the defender.
Holohan, the man who got that late equaliser against Notts County in the eliminator.
That's all what money football is.
Ending in that game.
This manager, the FA,
Themselves in a promotion final.
people get away with murder.
Shot driven in and it came off.
That's true.
Centre half Callum Howe, Dallas. Pushed by Souza. And the left back Harry Boyce.
So guys, have any of you guys got any questions you want to ask me in the chat? So let me know in the chat.
Well, Solihull record a league double over Grimsby this season, their first ever league meetings. It was 2-0 at the Armco Arena in November and 2-1 at
It's
Solihull
just,
Park in
it
March.
is Grimsby Town nil.
The Mariners attacking here with
in the
McAtee.
National League.
Sousa makes the
Final
looking lovely ball
folks.
to find him. Taylor's in the middle. Clifton's arriving too.
Oh!
Not taken. It's the local lad who couldn't convert at the back post.
It's really good football once again. No surprise as John McAtee really growing into this game. Look at this for a pass.
Hello.
Beautiful way to pass him behind to Sousa, and then equally good ball right across the 6-yard box there.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you up to?
Really is. That awkward height, he needs to try and get over the ball.
Here they come again. Sousa found by McAtee. Sousa! Real pressure here now from Grimsby. They're very much on top of Mariners. Solihull holding on a little bit.
A good period for them. Sousa gets into a position here, comfortable save. And Joe McDonald,
Because
has to
if
say,
they can still what's
really
going on,
growing into this game now, going into the final 5 or 6 minutes, they're on top.
So eager Grimsby to snatch this immediate opportunity to return to the Football League. It's Notts County maybe an example of how important it is to take that first chance. They lost the 2020 promotion final. That's sliced though by Smith, and the coolest man on the ground was stroking. I say that about Notts County, they lost that immediate opportunity to go back to the Football League, Kevin. Of course now the Magpies preparing for what will be a 4th season in a row at this level. It's such a hard league to get out of.
It certainly isn't. Look at the quality of the teams that have come into these playoffs, and 2 or 3 teams knocking on the door. The teams that come down from League 2 is going to be equally as hard. We'll bring some in there as well next year, so this it has to be done today. It has to be with one of these 2 teams.
Sousa found by Crocker. And a nudge there. Sousa, no flag from the assistant. Waterfall got in front of Hudley.
The ball just not holding up as much for Solihull. It's allowing Grimsby to really apply pressure now.
They're doing just that with McAtee. Tried a little chip. Just for me, Kevin, I don't know whether you'd agree. Because as a former centre forward, Hudley's looking a little bit isolated.
And like I said, they put a lot of effort and energy into, we saw the 4 or 5 players, Sabara, Maycock, looking to support him, but sometimes when you not sick and you don't make those runs, it's just allowing Grimsby, like Fox and Holohan, to step in, get on the ball and then go from there. McAtee's really come to the game the last 5 or 10 minutes, and he's the one that can really unlock this Solihull defence.
Grimsby get the free kick. 2016, the last time both of these clubs were promoted. Grimsby back to the Football League. Solihull went up to the National League that year. And the flag up on this near side, which altered the progress of Sousa.
It was a late one, wasn't it, from the assistant on this near side? No. Paul Hurst only doesn't think the whole ball was out. Promising position for them. Like I say, when they can get like Sousa on the ball and look for those runs of McAtee. Holohan's doing really well at times. Taylor holds the ball up, they look quite dangerous.
Dallas to Sabara. Barnett calling for it out wide. Could this be a big moment for Solihull? Got plenty in the box. And when a corner out of him came off Amos. Amos is just going to need a moment here. Holding that.
He's done well, hasn't he? Those defending positions, 1v1 against Barnett, we know can go on the outside, on the inside. Defended really well in this first half.
Guys, I am back. I am back, folks.
In this first half.
No. Out.
Handling the target in the area. It's over towards him, and Crooken managed to gather it in, and now looks for an outlet. And he was fouled there as he looked to play it clear. And Storer is the player who's trying to stop him taking that quickly. The man who was at the centre of that penalty appeal as well for his challenge at the end.
Leroy, I've gone and hidden that because it's not right on this channel to have something like that.
Storer doesn't change the direction of his running, just a clip of his thigh.
Favourite crisp flavour? I don't really have one. Which favourite football player? Don't really have one. There's so many footballers these days. So guys, come and put your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
The equaliser at Notts County in the eliminator, apparently set to Paul Hurst. But he used to play centre forward until he was 17, the goalkeeper, Crooken. Although he did get too much credit off Paul Hurst for the assist for that goal, he said he should have scored himself. Really did sum up the chaos of the playoffs, though, the final minutes of normal time in that game. How will he be feeling ahead of half-time?
Yeah, I think he's,
Go on, Solio. Go on, Solio.
Probably isolated and not quite got those rotations and the energy levels that he would probably have liked. But like you say, this is always going to be a close game. We'll look to maybe tweak one or two things at half time, but like I say, it's such a big game, isn't it? So hard to call this one.
Haggerty. Cropper. Sosa.
Are you a coffee or tea person? I don't really drink that coffee or tea. The only time I drink coffee or tea is if
McDonald.
I'm going to a Costa or something like that.
Lingering back injury. He's working his way through.
Curly wares are the best. Curly wares are nice, but they get stuck in your teeth.
Hudlin. Smith was there for Grimsby. Nicely brought down by Storer. Laycock. Dallas. Storer hit it first time. Boyce. Any time we go, Dallas with Hudlin waiting in the middle. So we need to be careful there.
Here comes Solio.
Stands it up, Hudlin!
Goal! It's a goal for Solihull! Hudley has scored! Oh, it's a bedlam! Oh, it's bedlam! Solihull have 1-0 up! It's the striker's 6'9" of his big old frame and put Solihull in front!
Well, it's a big goal from the big man.
Solihull are 1-0 up!
Hudley
And Grimsby are going to be out frustrated, saying that they should have 2 penalties. But if the referee doesn't see it, the referee's not going to give it. But it's a goal. Hudley with the goal with a header. Oh, you are not going to stop a guy with 6'9" frame to get to that header. No way, Jose. He does what he wants. Hudley 1-0 Solihull.
What a header from him. Slants it down into that bottom corner. Crooken, no chance.
And he got a brace in the 2-1 win over Grimsby earlier this season. And he's put them in front just before.
So that's right before half-time, folks.
Goal to please the chairman, Darryl Eales. But it comes, Kevin, at the end of the first half, when Grimsby will feel they could have had 2 penalties, both. Well, certainly the first debatable. The second, the challenge on McAtee, was not clever at all. And he will feel pretty...
That has awakened the lion in town. Nah, it won't. Come on the board! Woo! On the board!
Even though they'll be going in 1-0 down, you know they're going to come out fighting in the second half. It's a big goal. They always think the first goal is going to be important, but with these 2 teams, they just keep going.
A real fighting spirit in this Grimsby side.
And as a Sheffield fan myself,
Player that had made its way onto the pitch.
I enjoyed that because we hate Grimsby, we hate Grimsby, we hate Grimsby.
In the eliminator.
Woo!
Gave up leads and came from behind as well in that topsy-turvy semi-final against
My BPM's out as well. Let's go!
From behind the Grimsby at London Stadium. Funny, isn't it? Because only minutes before we've been saying that Hudlin had started to look a bit isolated up front. They weren't getting support in and around him, were they? But you toss a ball into the box, and if you're 6'9", there's every chance you'll get on the end of it.
Yeah, just a lovely flighted ball, wasn't it, from Sparrow? We talked about his goals, but that's another assist to his tally. You've got someone like Hudlin in the box. You've got to give him
Running-
that quality of service and
Running round.
It's just 60 seconds of added time that we've been expecting. Of course, with the goal, a bit more now. I suppose in some ways Paul Hurst will be feeling pretty pleased with the way the first half has gone, even though his side look like they'll go in a goal down. There's been plenty of positives for Grimsby. But it is Solihull who go in front at the break.
Half time. Solihull Moors 1. Grimsby Town 0.
Football has got the goal that is the difference. It came in added time at the end of the first half. First half that perhaps on the
Solihull Moors are 45 minutes away from the Football League.
half time here at London Stadium. It is Grimsby 0, Solihull Moors 1.
First rule of Fight Club. We don't care about the first rule of Fight Club, nor the second.
If you guys are thinking, why to no sound? Because it adds and we don't want copyright on the stream. So that's why. So there you go, folks. This is for you to go and vote on what you guys think of the first half between Solihull Moors and Grimsby Town in the National League Play-Off Final. Let me know in the chat. And also, guys, because it's half time, ask me your questions. This, folks, is a link to my Discord server. So if you guys go on the link, you can click on that Discord server and you can chat to me outside of YouTube. Could be better. It had bursts of action, but I felt like it's got off to a slow start. In the later half, action really picked up. Solihull and Grimsby have been off and on in terms of form all in their half. If even teams were more consistent, there would be many more goals. But there is a question. that I want to ask you guys, and be honest. No arguments. No having to go at each other, please. Just be honest on this question I'm about to ask you lot. Should Grimsby Town have 2 penalties? Because I feel that the first one, you could say no. The second one, that is a penalty all day long. The player, the ball was gone. The ball had left. He was no, the ball, he tried to go over the ball, but it was literally nowhere near him getting near the ball. He was nowhere near. Nowhere near him getting the ball. Nowhere near. Completely nowhere near. Guys. Be honest. Be completely genuine and honest. Should Grimsby Town have a penalty? Should they have had at least a penalty in that half? I think there's 2 routes of this argument. First one, not a penalty for me. Second one, stonewall, every day. Even I could see that. Even you can see that. That was a penalty all day long in the sun. So it should really be 1-1 at this point. I think Grimsby have been hard done by, even though I don't like them.
The Moors with the advantage here at the London Stadium. Of course, this might be the end of the club football season, but in rugby union, the post-season and the Gallagher Premiership just beginning. We'll bring you both mouth-watering semi-finals on Saturday. Saracens versus Harlequins.
So guys, let me know in the chat.
All on BT Sport 1 and Ultimate. Aaron McLean, Liam Hogan and Chris Hargreaves.
I still think that Grimsby should have at least had a penalty. And that's me being honest.
Back and forth, but the goal when it came is a thing of beauty.
It's brilliant. You know, the ball from Boyce, first of all, great little ball into
I would not like to admit it, but it is what it is.
The little dink from Sabara is sublime.
So, Leroy, do you think the first one wasn't a penalty? The second one, you have to admit, it is stonewall. It's stonewall. The second one's a penalty. The second one's a penalty all day long. If anybody doesn't say that was a penalty, even if it was your team playing, you have to admit it's a penalty. If they had gotten a penalty, I think I would have fainted. The first one you would have fainted because that was not a penalty in the day. The second one is a penalty. And this is me being as a neutral. I'm just saying it's a penalty. Because also it was the second penalty decision was also a dangerous tackle. It could have potentially injured his ankle. Yeah, it should have been a pen, but it is what it is. Don't be like that. That's just someone just being an idiot. Just be the bigger man, admit they should have had a penalty and just go like that. Just admit that they should have had it and just let it be. If you go, yeah, it is what it is, but you're doing that, you're being sarcastic, which is not good. And don't be like that. It should never be like that in a million years. Never in a million years be like that.
Keeping that good shape, not following players too much, just keeping this shape and trying to nick it and countering. He did it really well. And let's not forget they have trails in the playoffs before. Exactly. And also on another day the referee might have given them certainly one if
let's give let you guys hear what the decisions on the penalty by the people in the studio.
For me that's not a penalty. You know, I've seen
they say that the first one wasn't a penalty.
For me I don't think that one's a penalty, but yeah.
Any takers on that? No pen for me.
No,
I know Liam thinks it is, but he's wrong.
Yeah, I just feel like it's blindside. He's stuck me like that a little bit. This contact. This one definitely. Yeah, I mean, as a defender, you just can't. Obviously, he's gone to block the shot. As honest as he is as a player, and he's made contact with the ankle of McAtee, and it is a Stonewall penalty. Yeah, I know McAtee's already got the ball to his teammate, but that's irrelevant. The referee's view is obstructed.
It is, but these are the big decisions that you need the referees or the officials to get right. And unfortunately for Grimsby, they've not got that right. And on the biggest stage, the prize at the end of this game is so big for whichever club goes on and wins this.
for the officials to miss that, if Grimsby go on and lose this game, they'll feel aggrieved for that, because that was a stonewall penalty.
They did discuss VAR, but it can't cope with Macca's jackets, so unfortunately it's not available. Solihull with their noses in front of the London Stadium. Kyle Hudlin, all 6'9" of him, up, and Peter crouching at the far post. Work to do for the Mariners with that man at the helm. He liked it. Second half next.
Let me know, guys, if any of you are going to join the Discord server. You'll be able to chat with me outside of YouTube. I don't talk that much on. I don't do any of the voice chats on Discord. I just on there by just messaging hi to let people know that I'm there, and if you want to message me, you can message me. So, if you have joined, let me know what your name is on Discord, because it might be different to what you are on YouTube. Because usually that is the case on YouTube. So let me know in the chat if you guys have joined Discord. Let me know what your name is on the server, so that I know what it is. So it means I could just message you myself to let you know that you are there. And then if you want to, you can send me a friend request and we can become friends on Discord and have regular chats, stuff like that. I do not mind. And I'm going to do this quickly. If any of you guys up to the channel, I don't just do live watch-ons of football. I do rugby as well. Trying to rugby union, rugby league as well. Mix into that. I'll see if you're on here, pal. If you are, I'll give you a little bit of a message, and you might be able to give me a bit of a. If you want to, you can give me a request. We can become friends on Discord. And that's if you're on here, because I like to check to make sure people are on here. You are, I think I'm not on here. Leroy, you are not on the Discord server. Because I've had all of my players that are all online. You unfortunately are not on here.
What a great header! The big man with a huge goal for Solihull.
The Moors lead, but Grimsby have definitely had their moments and perhaps decisions that could have gone.
I managed to find you. I managed to find you.
Chris, they've got options off the bench. Diazarue, Abraham, Mark Whitetrue. There are things that Hurst could do here.
Yeah, they have. They've got some firepower for sure. I think they've taken some, positives from the first half. No doubt about it with the counter-attacking.
I've sent you a friends request. So me and you can be friends on Discord. Leroy.
Really good balance and that shape will pay off in the end. As I say,
Thank you very much.
dangerous on the counter and the firepower. Hurst will be thinking about that sort of 15
Nah.
minutes in.
Yeah, no changes.
Gary, I am not giving any good luck to Wales because Wales didn't do it for us when we got to the final of the Euros. So why should we give good luck to Wales if they didn't do it for us? So it's, and Wales don't like us, we don't like them. So how are we as England fans going to give them respect if they don't give us respect? They laughed at us. They laughed at us for losing a Euros final. They laughed at us. They humiliated us. So why should we give them the luck and respect?
I think he was a little bit isolated.
I would like Ukraine to be in our group. Because of the harsh times they've had, they deserve it more.
Thank you, fellas. We're the last team to take the lead in a promotion final and not go on to win it. Were Grimsby to score the first goal, that is, in 2015. We've seen the Mariners' powers of recovery several times in these playoffs. They were 1-0 down against Notts, they were 1-0 down against Wrexham, they were 3-2 down against...
Second half's underway. 1-0 Solihull Moors. Start the second half, folks.
Well, Solihull with the lead.
Yeah, we know good Solihull hard defensively, only lost 7 games all season. They're a tough nut to crack, but they've certainly got the firepower, they've got the options off the bench as well, they've got the belief and they've got abundance of spirit.
Heavy touch there by Souza. Waterfall looking to guide it back here. It didn't have enough on it though to reach Strocum.
So guys, put your questions in the chat.
Taken quickly by Boyce. Storer.
Guys, there's another question for you, and don't be mean about this one. Do you guys think Grimsby could come back and do it, or do you think Solihull Moors have got enough in their locker to get it underway?
Because he'll know and they'll know that really they probably should have had at least one penalty.
Yeah, they've had some decent chances as well.
Leroy, how long have you been supporting Solihull Moors for? And if you don't mind me asking, so I'll let you guys know, out of respect, how old are you? And that's me being respectful, so I know my age group of people that are watching, because I know what my audience is.
Back on by Hudlin. Sabara looking to get in behind, but Cropper was there for Grimsby. Good header by Storer. Harry Boyce. Good season.
Grimsby can easily come back. Do not underestimate them. For me to feel comfortable, we need to have 3-0 lead. I don't feel like 3-0 is going to be easy.
Maycock. Confident start to the second half. This by Solihull. Maycock. A challenge
Okay.
to that by Smith. Lifted to McAtee. So many times McAtee has turned in big performances, come up with big goals in this campaign. Can he do it again for them?
He's the one. A few glimpses. The last 5 or 10, 15 minutes of that first half, he's really come into the game, making things happen for them.
Four awards at the end of season dinner at Grimsby. McAtee, that just tells you everything about how vital he's been to them this season.
Guys, if you want to know what the views are going on for the stream at the moment, for the stream, we're on 8 likes.
Amos.
The views, 1,642 views have been on this live stream, and we're not even in the second half. We just started the second half. The highest stream of the playoffs was Solihull Moors win over Chesterfield, which was 4,659 views and 19 likes. So we can beat that and get to 20 likes. Let's get.
Holohan. Intercepted by Maycock, Hudlin. Here comes Solihull, Dallas. Fox to win it back. Got enough on it, Clifton. This could be interesting. Holohan's a long way forward. Sousa wants it on the right. Here he is. McAtee's lost his marker in the box. Holohan and 2-1.
And it's just wide. Solihull nearly conceded. Nearly 1-1, folks.
That chance at the back post in the first half. Can't convert at the start of the second for Paul Hurst's side.
Yeah, good football once again from them. Sousa does really well. Just a little lay back to Holohan there. I think it's a shot. Clifton just coming in from that left-hand side. Creeps in, he's trying to do the old Cruyff, isn't it? Just a yard wide of the post.
Not been their day so far, but plenty of time for Grimsby. Lively, energetic start to the second half. This Hudlin couldn't find Dallas, intercepted easily really by Smith. By Sousa. Suggestion of handball from Grimsby fans on that far side, but it would just be a throw-in. It's Grimsby's first playoff campaign since those Mariners fans saw their side beat Forest Green 3-1 in the 2016 final at Wembley just over 6 years ago. Omar Vogel got 2, Nathan Arnold got the other right at the end of the game. Here comes the first long throw-in of the second half from Cropper. Clifton. Cropper again. Sousa pointed where he wanted it, but into the box it goes. Smith has stayed forward. Drop for McAtee!
Nearly 17. Wow. Welcome.
Not far away at all.
I just wanted to make. I only asked for your age because I was a bit concerned because of my age and everything else. I don't want it to be like weird out, but if you age support the channel and everything is good and no weird things happen, then that's good. It's like I know people who are younger than yours, about like 10 or 11 years old, who are sidemen, and then they're in their 30s.
He's some player. Whether it's with Grimsby next season or somebody
These
else
chat
in the
bots,
future,
man.
that would be absolutely
That's what I've
amazing
done.
if he doesn't end up in the Football League. And probably quite high in the Football League.
Yeah, again, real talent, isn't it? Enjoying his football here. I'm sure he'd love to stay, should they go.
I hate these because I don't want to get into trouble for these. Abraham's on the bench for Grimsby, came through the youth setup at Orient. We had him on loan at Newport. What a sorry dog shite. My soul is about to leave my body.
By Hudlin and Dallas looking to take it through. They've had to stop the game here because of a head injury.
They've had to stop the game due to head injury, folks, but Dallas was through.
Eventually put wide. But Dallas was through. The referee, though, had to stop it because of the head injury.
There's a few big decisions he's had to make, hasn't he? You can understand why he stopped it. It's one of those balls, you could see the collision coming. You see the Solihull players there, just saying, why didn't you play on? It's just a high ball, you can see it happening. Smith there, into the head of Hudlin. Dallas is away, his favourite. I think Watford was pleased to hear the whistle, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Such a difficult position for the referee Martin Woods to be in there, though, Kevin.
Yeah, I think ultimately it's going to be the right call. It's a nasty one. Hudlin didn't see it coming. It's one of those on the side of the head, the temple area. Could have maybe blown his whistle a little bit quicker.
Hudlin has
Right move.
since that collision.
Solihull had the best in the first half, the first 20, 25. I think Grimsby
I think it was.
into the game. They've come out the traps in the second half on the front foot, trying to get this crowd behind them.
Well, it's not that long ago they had an average gate of 400 at Solihull Moors. Attendance is well up now. Last I heard it was 6,000 tickets around about that they've sold. We're talking about supporters and their involvement in this. We should mention the Mariners Trust. There is the chair of that organisation, Christine Green, who's been honoured by the Queen this week for her work in that trust. They've done absolutely brilliantly to help raise money that allowed families who maybe wouldn't have been able to come to be able to attend this game today. A word as well for the Wrexham supporters who were beaten by Grimsby in the semi-final and were contributing to that fund as well, which I thought was absolutely
Well done.
fantastic. But you can only commend
Legend! I got to give respect to that. The Mariners Trust love. That's coming from a Chesterfield fan himself, and she managed to make it able for fans and families who couldn't afford to get to the game and tried to get tickets to go to it that expensive and managed to make it happen. And what makes it even more of a love story was that Wrexham fans contributed to the trust fund so that fans could get to this game today who couldn't afford to get to the game.
You know, it was interesting with the pictures that we showed you before the game where we heard from Darryl Eales, and I've been listening to what
Would love to watch it live, but can't find it anyway. My friend Rico is praying that he scores the winner. Rico, what's his full name?
The futures are both in good hands, stable ownership that's looking to the future with good values behind them as well. Future's bright for both these clubs. Solihull though looking to threaten. Barnett up against Smith. Could they get a second here? Solihull, he's still up a good cross over towards Hudlin. Cleared by Souza.
Oh, you guy, he's called.
Quite take that on.
Oh, he's called Rico Souza.
Barnett again. Another chance
Ah,
to
he's your
cross.
best mate.
In the header this time.
Wow,
Well wide.
not bad. Not bad. You got a friend who's literally professional and plays in non-league. That's great. I wouldn't be surprised, Louis, if he gives you like free tickets to games because you know him. So that's good.
Gucci was there for Solihull.
Guys,
McAteen is who's gone closest to a leveller at Grimsby. Amos. Fox. Souza skipped away from the challenge. A scorer. They've worked it wide here to Crotter. It's a bit of a waste in the end that for the Mariners. Still more live football to look forward to. We have the FA Disability Cup finals. Live from
I
St.
did something
George's
earlier
Park.
because why not, well?
Saturday, 10
That means, Leroy, I don't just do football. I watch alongs. I do rugby, and I also do vlogs on the channel, drum covers. I also do lyric videos I also do lyric videos to bands and stuff like that. So
This afternoon prematurely.
something like, thank you, ladies. I hope to see you guys back in for a future live watch along, which will be on Tuesday for England versus Germany in the Nations League, which hopefully England can get the win.
It is his goal that separates the sides, Kevin, and he took it so well, didn't he?
Not too many balls in like this to go and really attack him. A lovely flight of ball in, and he's always going to be favoured there up against any
to this promotion final. He will hope that his goal is enough to ultimately send Solihull to the Football League. It's Danny Newton who's come on to replace him. Summer signing from Stevenage. He does move to Stevenage after being part of the V9 Academy set up by one of the most famous non-league players ever, or to make the break from non-league, Jamie Vardy.
Germany is probably going to win. England are in a difficult group. As a Jamaican, watching Jamaica playing Suriname was actually painful. You're Jamaican? Way! You make some good food. I'll give you Jamaicans that. You make, Jamaican jerk chicken's one of the best things on planet Earth. Give you props on that. Because I love a bit of spice with anything. This content is so good because I live in Australia, so I can't watch the game anywhere. So this live stream is perfect at 1:22 in the morning. Have you subbed to the channel, Archie? Come on, Moors from Newton. Is that Connecticut? We gave away the win in the 80-ish minute with an own goal. Ah, unlucky. Jamaica, you got a good team when you got like Leon Bailey, you've got Mikel Antonio. Thank you very much, Archie, for subscribe to the channel. But I am doing England versus Germany on Tuesday. So hopefully I'll see all you guys there for the game against England versus Germany in Nations League on Tuesday. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. Good game all round. I will also be doing Rugby League, Rugby Union. I'm also going to be doing the Women's Euros. So I'm going to be doing that as well. I'm also going to be doing the non-league, the National League season. For next season, I'm going to do the Premier League because I'm a Chelsea fan as well. So I'll be doing a lot of Chelsea games on the channel. So, thank you very much. From Australia, big up the Aussies. Big up the Aussies. Our good friend from down under. Good day. I will be watching because of you. What do you mean, Archie, by C-O-U-L? Is it because of your Lions? Or come on, your Lions or something? And also at the end of the year, I'm going to do the World Cup for the football, and I'm also going to do the Rugby World Cup. So I'm going to be pretty busy at the end of the year.
Amos then to take the corner. Once played at London Stadium as a sub. With a 4-0 loss for Doncaster. Desperate to be on the winning side today. The left back.
I was born in England. Well done. Come on, you onions for England on Tuesday. Well done. Thank you very much.
Drifting inside. Heavy touch, tuck it away.
Guys, if you guys do something to the channel, let me know in the chat that I can thank you personally for something to the channel. I particularly watch. I don't particularly watch rugby, but it's still good to see national teams win. So I'm going to be doing that. I've done rugby, I think, last couple of months of this football season. I've started doing rugby, and sometimes I get more people watching the rugby streams than I do my football recently. But since the National League playoffs have come on, my streams have been getting like 4,000 views.
Hearing that McGuire drew, looks as though he could be the first of the subs used by Paul Hurst. How backpedaling. Good header though, Storer.
Guys, would you like an update on how this stream is going as in view count?
Newton and Dallas on the edge of the box. Maycott wants it back again.
You should live stream League 2 games next season if Solihull Moors win this game. I will. I'll do it as a mix. I'll do it as a mix. I'm doing it in a mix of everything. So I also do Saturday 3 o'clock score shows as well. Gotta go. Be right back. Alright, real life. Don't be long. Thank you. See you when you come back.
At Notts County in the eliminator.
I'll give you the updates, folks, for the actual stream.
And McAtee.
I'm going to give you an update on the stream, which will be to let you know how there's going to be the view count, the viewership, everything.
Goes for the initial header, then he's out of position. Holohan does well, gets the ball into a good area. Good covering from Howe.
So, I'm going to let you guys know on the view count so you can keep up to date how the channel is going.
He was geeing up the fans as well, wasn't he, after that? McAtee. They have travelled in their droves. Can their side find an equaliser?
The view we are on for the Grimsby Town vs Solihull Moors National League playoff final is 1,760. We're on 9 likes at the moment. So guys, we want to beat the highest of our... Guys, we need to try and beat 19 likes to have the most amount of likes for any of the playoff games that I've done. 19.
Nice ball into Fox there. You think he's going to pull it back?
And then the sub count is 1,921. I would love it if we can get to at least 2K subs today, but I don't think it's going to happen. It might take a while longer. But it actually says here that the view count has actually gone up. We're at 1,198. 1,198 is the sub count, and it's constantly rising. So it's rising and rising. Oh, it's gone down. It's going to be interesting to see how it's going to go.
They'll pick up nice little pockets of space, look to get on the ball. Really provide that killer pass in there, Maguire drew.
My grandma's a massive Solihull Moors supporter like me. My mum is back in England because my granddad needs heaps of help because he is kind of old. My mum took him to the game. That's nice. My heart definitely wants Solihull Moors to win because that would be good. Seeing someone who's an elderly person who I've never experienced, and this club has only existed since 20, for them to get to the Football League, that would be a fairy tale story in itself. A fairy tale.
Scored 3 times, scored 2 own goals, been sent off and been booked 3 times, and conceded a penalty in his last 4 games.
In the thick of it.
And he's coming forward now.
So
with the long throw in.
Good header from Newton. There's the danger. It's going to come in once again though, you'd have thought. Playing short, I think.
So guys, get your questions in. You Moors, yeah, we really wanted Moors to win. That's why you gotta believe it's gonna happen. I believe it, but Grimsby are coming at them. Grimsby are coming at them. Here comes Grimsby, and it's cleared away.
I just wonder, Kevin, do you think Solihull are keeping the ball well enough here?
Guys, I'm going to put a link in the chat, which is going to be to my Discord servers that you guys can see, so you guys can join the Discord server and chat to me outside of YouTube. I'm going to be back in a minute, folks. See the Popo quickly.
Cropper. Gavin Holohan. Smith. Waterfall. Fox. Can they win it back quickly? Smith are inviting pressure, and they're in here! McAtee! What a roar from the Mariners! The comeback kings could be doing it again! It's the marvellous McAtee who's at it once more!
See the ball there, it's Story with the loose pass, it's Smith who steps in, plays the ball, it's a lovely dummy, I think it's Maguire Drew, and he never looks in doubt. Once he's in there, you know he's going to score. First touch, second touch, looking at it off the post, calm, composed, finish from him into that bottom corner. Grimsby back in it, look what it means to them.
It always had to be him, didn't it? Scored one, set up two in the semi-final, has levelled things up at London Stadium, and what a noise the Grimsby fans made there.
Oh, it's a huge goal, it's a huge moment in this tie. So it's a really good goal, the cleverness from Maguire Drew, I think it was with the little dummy, just allows McAtee to get in, and then can he finish? Of course he can. Just took his time, composed himself, just picked his spot.
Game on.
We expect some goals, didn't we? Two very good teams going forward. 20 minutes to go. Oh.
It's never routine in the playoffs. Never take anything for granted. Always expect the unexpected. From joy to despair and back again. These playoffs have taken us on a quite incredible journey. And we've got 20 frantic minutes ahead of us here. Newton flicks it on. Dallas looking to get in behind. Oh, big call here. The referee's not interested. Says play on. Oh, that would be very interesting to see again. That's a really significant call from Martin Wood, and not the first of the game he's had to make.
Massive, massive decision. Listen, the referee will be feeling it as well. That's a huge decision he had to make. We'll have to see it again, but looked like Waterford just got the wrong side of Dallas, and then there was a coming together. Literally seconds after getting back into the game, they could have been down to 10 men, who knows?
Holohan. Here comes Solihull now, looking to hit back immediately. They want the lead back. Barnett. Dallas and Newton are in there. Barnett looks to hit the byline, pulls over a cross, and Waterfall heads it clear. McAtee there. Look how stretched this is getting now. They're both going to slug it out in this last 20 minutes. That's a lovely ball. Sabara, great pullback. What a chance. Grimsby was so stretched then.
Oh, it's 1-1, folks. Grimsby have equalised. Sorry, folks, that I missed that. I had to pop off. I had to pop off, folks.
No time to take a breath here, Adam. Lovely ball in. Dallas is in there, 6 yards out. Got to score. Here's the instance just before. Yeah, I think the referee gets it right. You know, Waterfall just trying to use his body.
I'm confident Solihull can still win. They have been making chances after chance, just can't finish.
See, now it's a big call. I don't think there's anything in that.
Probably game goes to extra time.
But wow,
Bad hosting.
Neil Adley said of his Notts County sides when they lost against Harrods
Guys,
in 2020 that they
I'm not a bad host of this stream. If I have to go off because of something's happened or something, I can't help it. So you can't have a go at me, because I also have a life as well.
on BT Sport 1, and then later on that same night, UFC 275, Teixeira and Prohaska.
But it's still all to play for, folks.
But who will be going to the Football League is anyone's guess right now.
Well, you feel like the momentum's with Grimsby, but I've said it a few times already this afternoon, they cannot switch off against the Solihull team. They'll keep going, they have the legs, they have the energy, they have the quality. They don't lose many games. But I think they've responded fairly well since...
His name's called Stephen Charlson, and I'm a bad host.
23 matches for Solihull, that's just how difficult to beat they are.
Yeah, it's a bit of foul there. Like I say, this game just... We said it from the start, it's so difficult to call. It was almost a toss of a coin, and it's certainly panned out that way. Two top teams, and you think either of these teams wouldn't look out of place in League 2, possibly League 1. There's lots of quality.
10 points between them at the end of the season in Solihull's favour. Floated in towards Smith. Howe won the header. Clifton's there. Could be a counter on. Left by Maycock. Taken on here by Barnett. He's going to have to do it by himself at the moment though. The backpedaling. It's a great running. He almost slipped it through as well. Grimsby at number.
What do you mean, Leroy? Amazing host, thank you, Archie.
Well, Holohan does unbelievably well to get this block in. Otherwise, Dallas was away. In on goal. On a ninth edge, isn't it?
Both playing this in such an open manner as well. I'm not complaining though.
Well, I'm just thinking what it's like for those managers and staff. You see some of the staff saying calm down, some are saying go for it. Oh, there's so much adrenaline out there at the moment. The prize is just, it's the ultimate, isn't it, for some of these players, these clubs.
I know it's torture for the fans of the clubs involved, the playoffs, but I absolutely love them. They're brilliant. I'm already hoping for another half an hour. 15 to go. Taylor. Newton.
Here it comes.
To continue here. Newton looks for Dallas. Finds Dallas.
Oh, it's a foul!
Right on the edge of the box. It's a free kick.
Foul on the edge of the box. Free kick to Solihull.
I have to say it looked out.
Yeah, my first reaction is it's outside the box. See the contact there, yeah. It's on the D. Big Cropper knows he's the wrong side. He has to make the foul. He's got Waterfall there on the cover. What a position this is for someone.
Maybe a booking as well here for Cropper. Final quarter of an hour. He just got his positioning wrong there, didn't he, Cropper? Been out without a club this season until he joins the Mariners in March, released by Burnley at the end of last season. And he's given away a free kick in what is a really dangerous position here. It looks like it's the teenager on
Come on, Moore, you can capitalise, hopefully.
United boys is going to take this.
Yeah, you think it's favour right footer. The young man there, boys, he's on it. Plenty of yard outside the box. So he's going to have to get this up and down fairly quickly, and this is going to go and try and go round the wall.
He's named in the National League Team of the Year, boys. Storer fancies it as well. What a big moment this could be in this promotion final. Will it be the vastly experienced Storer or the teenager boys? It's boys, it's deflected. And
Oh, it's deflected. Oh.
I think this is McAtee with the block. He tries to get it across, this ricochets all over the place, and
He's scoring now. Game is over. I don't see another goal.
cannons everywhere. Smith can't clear it.
came off the face of Newton.
There's McAtee back there with an important block.
The man who scored the equaliser has prevented a goal there with that block. It's hammered towards goal by the man who will now take the corner, Sabara. Solihull's
Come on,
turn to
Solihull.
apply pressure. Can the Mariners hold out? It's over towards Howe on the header. Good take by Croker.
It's so hard to defend against.
The atmosphere is electric.
Float those balls in there. He's
Oh,
always
my mum
favourite.
says.
Got such good timing. Just want to get that ball back down across goal and get runners. Trying to get that second ball in.
That's nice. I saw your passion, Archie, for you staying up to watch this. I can't thank you enough. The one thing I do want to say, the attendance for today's game is 22,897.
22,897. The highest since 2015 for a promotion final. Turn behind for another corner. They're certainly on top for the moment here, Solihull.
Solihull Moors are on top, folks.
Looks forward, defending really well once again. When you talk about all those fans, I mean, they're certainly all going through the ringer at the moment. This is unbelievable stuff.
Just worth repeating that. Let's just remember, this is the 5th tier of English football, and we've got an attendance of just under 23,000. Fantastic. Taken short. Storer was one of many in there who got closest to it. Barnett.
Here comes Solihull. Ball's crossed in. Cleared, and here comes Grimsby.
McAtee's the furthest forward.
Grimsby. Solihull will score. There is a goal coming. Free kick to Grimsby.
Captain Storer. And there have been a few occasions in this game where Storer might have been booked, and he is going to be now.
Yeah, you can have no complaints with that one. Never getting there. Takes one for the team. The break was certainly on. They were looking dangerous there.
Here comes super sub. Diasaruwe, the man who scored, of course, the winner in the eliminator in the 119th minute, scored as well off the bench in the semi-final against Wrexham. He scored a hat-trick on the final weekend of the regular season as well.
There is a goal coming for one team, hopefully the Moors. Hopefully. Great hosting. What do people know? Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Barry. I like hosting live watch along for you guys.
His parent, Club Tranmere, said they won't be renewing his contract. All those who say it was a very late change of heart to even have him on the bench for the eliminator, in which he proved so crucial. He was going to go with 2 midfielders on the bench first, but he said something was just nagging away at him, and in the end he decided to go with the Isuruwe. And the rest is history. Taylor comes up. It's also said of Isuruwe, Paul Hurst, that maybe he doesn't always make the best use of his fantastic physical attributes, but he certainly has been doing in recent weeks.
Yeah, it's a great time for playing well, isn't it? Like I said, he doesn't score enough goals for the attributes that he has, the size, the presence, holds the ball up really well.
Well, we've not got to the end of the current season yet, we're already thinking about the next one. All starts again on the 6th of August. I'm sure you'll be with us for our first live National League game of the season, which is yet to be announced.
My soul is about to ascend you to intensity. Because my mum is in England, because my granddad is old, he needs help, and my mum's managed to get him to take him because he is a massive Moors fan like me. I hate YouTube, they don't bother to fix the bots. Yeah, I agree with that, but the bot should not even be on because it's rude, and I can get taken, she can get taken down because of it.
Creative, the drive, the culture, that counts for a lot. They've done it the hard way to get here.
I did wonder today what Paul Hurst would be dressed in, because he wore a suit the last time he guided them to victory in a promotion final in 2016. Previously, in finals that he'd lost, he'd worn a tracksuit. He's gone for a bit of an in-between today.
Not quite sure what to get, is he? Very superstitious, some of these managers, aren't
Yeah,
they?
but he said he was fed up of losing wearing a tracksuit, so changed it up with a suit. And I thought he would go with a suit again today after what happened in 2016.
Looks like he's going straight out afterwards anyway, doesn't he?
Boyce. Lovely little flick. Back to Boyce. Solihull get the free kick.
Yeah, wish I was there.
Reaction from Solihull.
8 minutes left, folks.
He certainly has. You always worry when the team score, they've got the momentum, they've got the crowd behind them. They'll be fairly pleased from, obviously the reaction he's had, not conceding the goal, but the reaction they've had has been good. And like I say, you just cannot switch off against this team.
final. Grimsby haven't conceded a goal from open play in the playoffs. It was from 3 set pieces, 2 penalties. Got to defend a set piece here.
Oh,
With
header.
a header. And a great chance it was as well.
Header.
Scored in the semi-final.
Yeah, it's a decent ball. I think it's Fox is it with the initial header. Yeah, it just falls kindly. He's got to do better. 7 yards out. It's all about that second contact. Poor header in the end from him. Disappointed with that.
I was with Solihull when they really flattered to deceive in that 2019 semi-final loss to Files. Under Tim Flowers, they just didn't really turn up that day. They'd had a brilliant season under the former Blackburn goalkeeper. He really deserves credit for the situation that Solihull find themselves in. And they finished 3rd this season. He helped really lay the foundations, Tim Flowers.
Yeah, this team's really changed, hasn't it? Got a man down at the moment. Store, isn't it? Maybe a bit cramped. Very much a different team now. Easy on the eye, Solihull. Play good football, good movement. Scored plenty of goals this season.
When so many other teams, other clubs have been on their holidays for 2 or 3 weeks.
The sound isn't. Oh, I'm just.
Dig deep in their biggest
Best
game
regards to
of the
your
season.
mum and Granada. Don't you
Some
think?
of them it will be the biggest
That's
game of their
respect.
careers so far.
Come on, guys, let's try and get the likes
As a player, he'll be
up to about
constant
20,
towards
which
clock and
beat
15 hours to
the
go and
previous
one of your
watch on
players.
I did, which was Chesterfield,
Someone can step up with
which
a
beat Chesterfield versus Solihull Moors game, which was 19.
He could be the one. It could be late drama again here.
What a chance dropped for somebody to win it without the aid of extra time. They're gaining fans every week, it seems, at the moment, Solihull. In the last 4 years, their attendances have gone up considerably. Can they reach the Football League for the first time? A club only in existence for 14 years. Will it be Grimsby who managed to find a way, as they did in the Eliminator, as they did in the semi-finals? Again, it's encouraging.
Come on, Solihull!
Another roar from the Grimsby supporters. The noise they made when they equalised was quite something. This is a dangerous situation for Solihull, and this man's taking the throw in. Gets pace on it, gets lots of distance on it, Cropper. All the way through everybody. Maycock. Dallas, numbers getting forward here. Grimsby looking to get players back, and they're stretched. And if he got the pass away there, they were in real trouble. Sabara wanted it down the left. Maguire drew. Diaz-Arue in the box. Holohan's made a run in there. Just over 3 minutes to go. Fox. Maguire drew. They're waiting them up. McAtee!
Oh!
How close was that?
Wow.
Grimsby nearly won it.
Fox, a lovely little ball. Maguire just takes a touch, just puts it into a dangerous area. Any more than that's a great ball in, and McAtee, he's inches away. Sending them, giving them that lead. Smashing the head from Paul Hurst.
Archie, I can't
Newton could have released.
I can't
Sabara as well.
show
First
any
time
footage from
Sabara
this game
scored,
because it
and
counts as
then could be
copyright infringement.
And let off for Solihull in the closing stages of normal time. Cleared by Amos. Players will be mentally preparing themselves for another half an hour, but still time for us to get a winner without extra time. Clark plays it forward to Newton, the flick intended for Dallas. Smith is covering for Grimsby. Long ball forward by Croker. Flicked on by Maguire, Drew. Here's Diaz-Arue. He He's brought Gudger out from a central area. McAtee on the edge of the box. Clifton's on the edge of the area. Maguire Drew turns inside and then left the ball behind. Gudger. Look how stretched this game is now.
Here comes Solihull.
Less than 2 minutes to go. 3 against 3. Can he get it right? No. Dallas was in the box. Get that right. And Solihull probably playing the Football League next season.
Unbelievable, wasn't it? Maguire Drew the other end. 4 or 5 Grimsby players going for the win. And Newton, he goes to the third time one. Decent run from Dallas. He just gets too much on it. 4 pass in the end from Newton.
I'm hearing the expectation on the touchline is for 6 added minutes.
My heart is beating so badly, so intense it sounds like.
Clark. Who's going to make themselves a hero at London Stadium? Somebody will. Maycock chasing this, but there's too much on it. Oh, it's tense, it's nervous.
My partner's sweating and I'm not even supporting these teams. It's so hard to take, you know, you're just looking for that one moment for your team.
Yeah, there are bigger games, there are more glamorous games, there's no point pretending otherwise, but I tell you what, in terms of what it means to the respective fans, how much riding on it in terms of future direction of players and clubs.
Archie, I've reported for the bot because it's explicit content, which we don't want on the channel, and I've reported them.
That's that fight in the playoffs.
It's anxious, isn't it? Like you say, you can get into League 2, you don't have a chance of going on again into Forest Green, what they've done. Harrogate established themselves.
6 minutes of added on time in the game, 6 minutes.
Over it comes to Clifton. Beautiful control. Clark in front of him. Clifton looks to get to the line. Who did that come off last? Goal kick. And Grimsby looking to bounce straight back to the Football League under Paul Hurst. And Solihull looking to be the 4th team in a row to be promoted to the EFL for the
Long
first
added
time.
6 minutes.
Of course, we saw Sutton have done it. Salford have done it. Harrogate as well.
Yeah, like I say, once you get there, you really start to compete with some of the teams in League 2. See what the likes of Wrexham, Stockport, the budgets that can allow them to go and have another go for one of those 4 promotion spots. So this is the one. This is the one you need to get out of.
Up towards Diasarue. Clark. Storer. Sabara. Storer. Time ticking. Extra time approaching.
Come on.
Barnett. Grimsby can get forward with Amos. Maguire Drew and Diasarue are up there as well. Amos has brought this such a long way. He might go all the way. It's deflected. That came off him last goal kick. Just seemed to run out of steam in the end, didn't he?
They got a little bit excited. It's like the team might be coming off. He's really been struggling the last few minutes. It's ricochet off Amos.
They're moving entirely freely. McAtee has given everything in this run for promotion. Their top scorer in the regular season.
I will go to London and score myself if I have to.
In the playoffs, and this is his equaliser.
Yeah, it's a beautiful goal, isn't it? He looks so composed when he gets there. Just picks his spot, just rolls it into that bottom corner. Nonchalantly, great finish.
Reiki, the player who's come on to replace him on loan from Aston Villa, the 19-year-old. And Paul Hurst saying of him, he brings something different to this Grimsby side. Talked about energy being a part of that as he looks to burst forward immediately. So often, Kevin, in these playoffs, the substitutes have done the business with Grimsby.
Hodgkin's off. He went off injured with a concussion. The big striker.
Waterfall, who got the winner in the semi-finals, up there again. Will there be more late drama in these playoffs? More late drama involving Grimsby. We're in next goal, the winner territory here. Cropper with the throw-in. Fox tried to flick it on and Waterfall was in there and it almost ran for Reiki. Clifton couldn't bring it down and the referee stopped it here because...
Come on, Solihull!
Barnett, who is quickly back
Silly
to
me.
his feet.
He's had a good game, Barnett, on this right-hand side. Always available, always wants the ball. He gets in those 1v1 situation, he drives to the byline, gets the crosses in.
Yeah, I'm alright. That's fine, because I've been enjoying a good game. Actually, a decent game of football. Decent. It just if referees were better, Grimsby should be winning because they should have had a penalty in the first half. And that's me being, even though I don't like him, I want it to be fair. And that one of them was awful. And if passes were done better, we could have more goals.
In particular, at the end of a long, hard season, it looks as though it's going to be a third game that's gone to extra time in a row. If they get to the Football League, they'll have earned it.
Yeah, they certainly will. There's a couple of minutes to go here.
To say that Solihull won't have earned it as well.
There's only one player in this whole entire, in both teams that I've actually heard of, because one of them is an ex-Chesterfield player that's playing.
They've earned their place in this promotion final. Who now is going to grab
No,
that
his name's
opportunity?
called Disarugwe. Big unit up front. As well, yeah. He did better for Bristol City than he did for us. Oh, he got a look in.
At the end of regular time, perhaps. Barnett.
I think. I think you're correct on that one. And that Hudlin, some play when he was playing, but he had to go off due to a concussion.
Solihull keeping it well.
And he's the tallest player in all of the football top 5 leagues. He's 6'9".
Solihull probing.
Just had to change a little bit, haven't they, since Hudlin went off. They've not really managed to get the ball to stick and create too many chances. They've got into good areas when they broke.
Come on, Solihull.
Down a little bit.
Barnett, can he find a telling cross right at the end of the game? He can.
That's a ball!
Could win it.
Oh!
Over the head of Newton. And it came out to Storer. Urged to shoot. He finds Sabara instead. Nervous moments these for Grimsby.
That's a
Another
ball!
cross into the box
Oh,
and a
you
good
git!
play. Broken, that's just what they needed. Launch forward towards Diasarue. Can he get in behind? And he just lost his footing and Goodger plays it back to Joe McDonald. A check of the watch from the referee. And it is going to be extra time. The third game in a row for
There we go, extra time, folks.
It was McAtee's second half equaliser. That means another half an hour. And after Hudlin had got the opener right at the end of the first half, I know you're not going to want to miss extra time. That follows next. Full time in the 90. Grimsby 1, Solihull 1.
Is it Bale's not a midfielder? He's a striker. Yeah. Makes no sense. But come on, Ukraine. Because he knew a good team, and our good team played, and he knew that we were putting in good challenges. Yeah, because he knew that Man City were playing for everything in that final, and he wasn't giving into it. That's why. Yeah, I want Ukraine to win because it's just because it would be some story, and it would be good. And also, England fans won't want Wales to win because Wales don't like us. So why are we going to want them to win? Thank you very much. Just waiting for extra time to get on the way, folks. Hopefully Solihull Moors can get a goal in extra time. Because I like to see a new team in the Football League, not the same teams every time. I'll be back in a minute, folks. That nearly went wrong, folks. Nearly went kaput, nearly went flying. Oh, extra time has started, folks. I'm sorry because I had to pop off quickly.
One of those who's come back to defend this in no hurry to take the corner. Solihull
He's back.
will in the back of my mind,
Yeah, just
thinking
going
back
back to
to
them and do the
last year when, of
time
course,
off
we went into extra time with Torquay and Hartlepool in such dramatic fashion. We ended up with a penalty shootout that day. It'll be the same again, or can somebody win this without the aid of penalties? Free kick to Grimsby.
Yeah, defended that one really well. Almost back the first contact, it's the second one, and Fox does a really good job of picking up those pieces. Get Grimsby playing once again.
It's often taught Neil Ardley when asked about this Solihull squad, about how well they train. He says how well they get on as a group, says they all get on, they're all friends. I see them laughing and joking around the training ground. There are no cliques. Those are the sort of things that in this pressurised environment, Kevin, can count for a lot, can't they?
Oh, definitely the team spirit's crucial. Any football club, you need that togetherness, that belief. It comes from the manager downwards. Give the players, some of the senior players, a bit more to do. But they're a good group, they're an honest group.
I've got to say, for Paul Hurst, the skill as a manager that he's used to such a camaraderie as well with the Grimsby squad in such a short space of time, and having to rebuild a squad has been really impressive too.
Yeah, play from Dallas there, just drops the shoulder on Smith. Couple of arms in the back.
Boys to whip one in there. Sarue was back defending and down in the box. I think it's Storer. It's Howe actually.
You see, there's just another fighter ball in. Just the arm of Sarue, just catches him in the face. He's a tough cookie though, he'll be up. Just get a little breather, some oxygen into those lungs.
Remember, they were so keen to get him, Howe, when he was signed back in 2019. It was for an undisclosed club record fee at the time from Harrogate. He turned down 4 bids from Solihull for Howe before they eventually let him go. Harrogate now a Football League side. Could Solihull follow them, you wonder? Boys made the room for the cross, and it came off Dudger for a goal kick.
Solid partnership, aren't they? The pair of them at the back. There's been a couple of injuries this year, but dependable, reliable.
Stand up for the Mariners, the chant going round London Stadium right now. They know their side need them right now. The third game in a row that they've gone to extra time. No team had ever finished as low as 6th in the current playoff format and reached the final. That in itself is a fantastic achievement. Solihull third in the regular campaign, 10 points above Grimsby.
23 points better off than last season as well, so that gives you an indication on the improvements that they've made. So the boys talking about recruitment, getting the key personnel in, goal scorers look solid at the back. Just worked for them, the formation, the rotations, it just clicked.
Sabara, he's got Dallas in the middle, others arriving too. Sabara, look for Dallas, which Smith was well positioned. He has got an excellent positional sense actually, Smith. Sarue, now Grimsby can attack. Reiki. Holohan. Support
And now
arriving
back,
in the shape
folks.
of Maguire Drew.
Sorry, I'm a bit late. For extra time, I just had to do some stuff. I wasn't even expecting to get extra time as well, folks.
Opportunity because Solihull have got in good positions in the last 20-30 minutes of the first half, and again there, 3 or 4 options to pick out, just couldn't quite get that final pass away.
So hopefully, and hopefully in the other game, Ukraine win. Hopefully Ukraine beat Wales. on, Solihull.
Callum Howe.
Come on, Solihull.
Smith read what was coming and got in front of Dallas. Diasaruwe held it up well. Reiki tries to take it on. Good challenge to win it back from Howe. Now here comes Solihull. Boys, movement from Dallas in the box. This is Sabara. He might bend one.
This left-hand side more and more. Boys again full of running, full of energy. Starts the attack off.
You're on the side of Wales. If you're English, don't want Wales to win. We want Ukraine to win because of what happened. Could it be? It'd be good for the world.
Grimsby 5-8-2 seasons in a row before being relegated back to the National League last season. And they
Come on, Grimsby, lose this so we can shove it up your ass.
make a change shortly. Tristan Abrahams is going to be coming on for the Mariners.
Hey, someone called Abraham's going to come on in a minute.
As well for Solihull. McDonald. Now, good job. Howe. Whatever happens here, and they are guaranteed drama of some kind at some point. Both these clubs able to look back at seasons of real progress. Solihull went from an 11th place finish last season to 3rd this time, 23 points better off.
Yeah, I'm alright.
Grimsby's campaign totally different, having finished bottom of League 2 last season. Fox looking to burst.
Yeah, I'm Chuck.
Felt he should get a free kick. Referee not interested.
As if we say he scored.
Not a great pass by Dallas. It was a tired.
No!
Yeah, it just keeps happening time and time again for them. They can just compose themselves when they win
Yeah.
the ball back. They've got Dallas who's playing a bit more century now. Can they get him away with one decent pass and he's in? Just keeps breaking down.
It'll be some story if they make it. Because they haven't been playing football for God knows how long. And they might have to make it to a World Cup. Because it's not just going to be good just for football, it's just going to be good for the world. And it shows that it gives some happiness to that country. Because they need it. No. No, because I know Tammy Abraham's brother is. It's Timmy who plays for Newport County and used to play for Fulham.
Is coming off. Now his goal in the eliminator. He'll be here right now. He won the promotion final last season, making way. And it's Tristan Abrahams who will come on loan from Carlisle. Has got 3 goals in his last 7 appearances. He's been used to coming off the bench, only 1 start in the last 15 games.
Yes! Now we're getting themselves a new winger. Oh, that's going to be good. That's going to be good seeing him playing. Gerard De La Feu. Napoli are getting him for Udinese.
It's part of East London well too, having
And
come
that-
through Leighton Orient's youth system. Abrahams.
Because if you think the goal, you can tell he can do anything with any foot. Because he did it in the FA Cup final or semi-final. He did it with the most weirdest goal I've ever seen. So he
Clifton. Good movement by
oh, it's through!
Abrahams. Maguire Drew is arriving in the box.
No! Not now!
And
No!
Diasaruwe
Thank God!
got away from his-
Don't know want Grimsby to win this. No way!
Read by Smith.
I am not having this weekend go from bad to worse.
Well, Fox has made a great run
Because we
there
had
to the
Sheffield,
end.
I had Sheffield Eagles lose on Thursday, then England lost, then Scotland lost, then England lost. But the good thing is, Sheffield Eagles won today. So at least something good's coming today. We won 31-18 against Newcastle.
Reiki. He wants to play the run
He's the main reason we won the Champions League, because he knew that we were the better team.
Yellow shirts raining forward. Maybe a little over here. Slip kept in on the far side. They had it a bit stretched there.
Poor pass. Newton. It's a nice simple ball.
Oh,
Further away.
legend.
Take from Reiki. Just happening time and time again for it. It can be frustrating for Neil Hardley.
And if you always remember Chelsea beating Barcelona for the first... Yep, because if you remember when we beat
The supporters can make such a big
Yeah.
difference, can't they? In these
Oh, what was
games
it?
At this stage of the season.
Is it on one of the Pro Evolution games that he's actually on the cover? I remember that. And he refereed our first ever win over Barcelona at home, when we beat him at home.
Another
Led-
flag down just out of your shot. Cramp is going to be an issue.
No, Joe, the best English referee we had him.
He's just told.
Right now, when he used to play for Barnsley.
It's as though he's been told that Stora's going to be okay.
But then Mark Cranberg's refereeing career ended because he says something stupid about one specific player.
This, though, Kevin, can also affect the mind, isn't it, in these situations?
It's tough. You've just got to try and find somewhere, reach deep,
Oh, you mean Howard Webb?
and get through the game.
That
Demands
That guy is a legend, is Howard Webb, because he was the first Englishman since 1966 to referee a World Cup final.
With the diving header. As we move towards the final.
And I don't even like that, because he doesn't
Extra time in East
he doesn't do the game straight down the middle. AKA Chelsea versus Liverpool 3 times. Didn't do it straight down the middle. But it didn't stop us from Liverpool not winning.
Suits the left boot of Boyce.
Ooh. Yes! Looks like Chesterfield are getting themselves a new striker. When we don't need it, we've got Jamwinga.
Pieces today, Grimsby has been much better.
Oh, they've been outstanding.
With-
One or two moments early on, Solihull set pieces, but they've attacked.
I've
the
never
ball.
even heard of this guy.
Second ball as well, a second contact. Fox in
Aguadi,
particular.
yeah, Sante's gone. We just got another one. It's coming.
Smith.
I've never even heard of him now. It's Michael something, but he's got a difficult surname. Is it great? It's a weird surname. But I've heard of him because he scored against us. He used to play on loan at Dover.
Going up alongside Desirue.
Disarue.
Added time at the end of the first period, an extra time.
Thingy. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's who we've got. Who we're looking at getting, and that's due to he fit.
Playoffs, there is going to be inevitably more drama to come, whether that
He's
comes during
oh, what was
extra
it?
time or whether
He
it's
belongs to
a penalty shootout.
King's Lane, but he was on loan at Dover, scoring goals for fun for them, even though they finished bottom.
Long it goes from
Yeah,
now,
we're in advanced stages to buy him.
Waterfall. Storer,
Yep, he's German-born Ghanaian.
Harry Boyce.
So he's got to be good if he's Ghanaian, because they've got some historical footballers, and so have Germany. So he's got no of what's there.
Fox. The time for the Grimsby attack. It's half time in extra time. It remains 1-1 now.
Half time, and extra time, 1-1.
Two tired teams. I wonder, Aaron McLean, who's got enough left here, particularly obviously I'm thinking of Grimsby now.
Wow, the player that we're looking at buying is only 22 years old.
In fairness to them, you know, Grimsby have given everything. You know, having gone 2 games
Pat
in
off.
extra time, they're still very much in
Except when he played for Shakhtar against Chelsea, he let Oscars literally lob him.
Who's that one moment of genius that wins the game, and whoever can produce it
Yeah.
will go on and be victorious in this one.
He's legend for Ukraine, and he's a one-club man. He's played for one. He's also played for one league club, which is Shakhtar, all his career. So he's a one-nation man and a one-club man. Because you've seen a lot of good players where they've ended up switching nations like halfway through their careers.
Credit to the players. Solihull as well. You can see him stretching now. Howe's been magnificent at the back. Some unbelievable performances.
What the heck?
From some real athletes. Credit
I didn't know this. That this person that we're buying's actually ex. He's been in the academy of both Chelsea and Leicester.
Yeah, exactly. He's been a threat in both boxes. How defending.
So he's had a little bit of experience of being at our academy. Wow.
In the box, in the same way that we spoke about Smith and Waterford.
But he might not be.
Both sets of teams want to go and defend.
Nah, he might not have been there that long.
Clear things, and that's the reason why we're.
He might have been really young at that point.
To be honest, it'd be unfair.
They signed him when he was 11 years old.
What's meant to be will be.
Yep, 15 minutes left to sort this out, if they can, if there's enough left in either tank. Grimsby have made all their changes with Tristan Abrahams now on. You can see the fatigue mixed with the tension, mixed with the hope, mixed with the fear. Oh, it's a heady brew.
He's an attacker and he likes to play on the left.
Still, they are roared on by both sets of supporters. Do we have a winner? Kevin.
I mean, I'll have a look for England. Let's have a look over here.
These have been the playoffs that just kept on giving.
And San Marino lost. And San Marino lost again to Malta.
To go in these playoffs.
So we play on the 7th of June, 11th of June, and 14th of June.
Which team will ultimately come out?
And it's
there will be joy, there will be despair, there will be
so it's Germany on Tuesday. Then on Saturday coming up, it's Italy, and then the following Tuesday, it's Hungary at home. And then after that, it's getting ready for the season.
Will be a football league team. We can say that with surety.
It's been brilliant, hasn't it? You know,
Yeah.
covering this league for a number of years now, the quality and the standards.
Yeah, but knowing Thomas Tuchel will give these players a bit of a break because they deserve it.
It's great to be here, you know.
Because some of them have.
Crowd. It's unfortunate it's going to have to be a loser. These two teams have been, you know, there've been nothing to separate them. There has to be a winner. Let's see if it goes to penalties over.
And you might. We also got to think, because we all got an American owner, we might end up maybe, because he's American, get some American players.
EFL at the first time of asking since Cheltenham back in 2016.
Because he might see some talent and he might say that player looks good.
Grimsby
You never know.
looking to do it the hard way. And how?
But he could.
Lots of extra time.
Yeah, but they've been there before. You know what it takes. Maybe that will just be a psychological advantage for them. So for the Solihull team, some charted territory getting to the final. Should they go on and win it? What season that would be for them?
Barnett,
Yeah,
Clark, Barnett,
yeah.
Maycock,
They could.
Clark, Barnett, Newton's in the box, so towards him. Abrahams to Fox.
Yep.
He really does work hard on his fitness, Ben Fox. Saying that he does lots of extra work.
Wow.
Greg Howard, the fitness coach at Grimsby, that without
Yeah.
Anthony
Ghana have drawn.
as well, says
Wow.
Paul Hurst.
Ghana drawn 1-1 with Central African Republic.
He just reads the game well. He senses the danger.
And he scored again, second game in a row. Kudos.
Really good game in the middle of the park.
Who plays for Ajax.
Very much a 4-4-2.
And Madagascar drawn 1-1 with Angola.
A little bit quiet in the last few minutes on that right-hand side.
Against Guinea, and then Tunisia drawn 0-0 with Botswana. That'll be some game. Guinea versus Egypt. Mohamed Salah come up against Naby Keita. That'll be a hard game because Uruguay have got that such a good squad. When you got like Cavani and you've got Suarez.
Up there, the extra time scorer.
I've seen Sabara just stretching his groin off as well. Certainly a few players feeling it now.
Abraham's one of the freshest players on the pitch chasing this.
And Argentina versus Estonia. That's going to be a win for Argentina.
Fox to Clifton. Abrahams with the flick. Diasarule, Fox. Nice football this by Grimsby. Abrahams.
Oh, it's
Diasarule
been...
in the box. Maguire Drew is in there too. Reiki couldn't get to it.
Yeah. And weirdly enough, this friendly between Argentina and Estonia is being played in Brazil. It's being played in Spain.
Part of that Villa U2 side that played against Liverpool in the FA Cup last season. Reiki. Maguire Drew.
It's playing at Pamplona.
Clifton has come for it. Heavy first touch though.
Pamplona, which is famous for the famous bull run. Which is the most like... It's that you don't ever want to try that, because that's more like you're taking your life at risk, because you basically running away from bulls and they can literally just trample you and stab you with their horns. I've just been staying awake because my mum's not feeling well, and my mum and dad are not feeling the best, so I've been trying to stay away so I don't get poorly, because they're a bit ill. So they told me just to stay away.
Tripled his National League goals tally from the previous season, Sabara. But he's off now. On comes the substitute liner.
Yeah, again, a standing ovation from these travelling Solihull Moors fans. Had one of those breakout seasons, hasn't he?
And it's going to be because of one player, which is Zinchenko.
Solihull, potentially in League Two or elsewhere. If you're looking for him, as we said, Jamwinga as well. Some really top players, some top number 10s in the National League this season.
Scott. Yep. And Uruguay, you're playing Kansas.
Just over 10 minutes to go. Smith.
Yeah.
Another header. Smith, how beneficial this low spell from Hull has been in that. He's learned
That's where he's learned to...
experienced in under 23s football in this sort of situation, certainly in that bracket.
Come on, Solihull.
Top teams in there, invaluable experience for him. Been a rock at the back, hasn't it? Gonna play it down here.
Nah, are Liverpool stupid? Pulisic is not going to be a direct replacement for Sadio Mane. They're not in the same league. Yeah, because they're saying that they'll try and get Pulisic away from us if Mane goes, because he thinks it'll be a direct replacement.
Such a long throw in the semi-final to win the semi-final. He's in there again.
Come on, Solihull. Fuck's sake.
Maguire Drew was there! And he might just have got the goal that sends Grimsby back to the Football League. It's another long throw-in. It's another extra-time goal for Grimsby. The comeback kings have turned it all around.
Yeah, we know how dangerous these long throws are from Cropper, and I think it's a Solihull player with the initial touch here. It's Dallas, isn't it? I think.
Oh, it's their main striker, Andrew Dallas, has done it. It's their main goal poacher.
Houston was behind him, could have cleared it, and there he was. He gambled. It's a nice finish. It's not an easy finish. Just got some contact on the ball, and look what it means to Paul Hurst. And
not really, because Sheffield Eagles won today.
Well, there's the chairman.
Didn't get bad. We just lost.
Remarkably calm in the circumstances.
They played all right. They played half decent.
It was who took the free kick that led to the late equaliser in normal time in the eliminator at Notts County. Has he scored the goal now that finally wins this match, that sends Grimsby up to the Football League? He used to play for Leighton Orient, just a stone's throw from here. With the way these playoffs have gone, you wouldn't rule out a comeback from Solihull. It's just been that kind of season in terms of the playoffs. Grimsby, though, must be out on their feet. Another extra time, but they're finding energy, they're finding reserves from somewhere. Where, I don't know.
Pure adrenaline, Adam, isn't it? It's running through the veins at the moment. See Mark Ellis coming on now. Will he go and play in front? Who knows? But what a story for Grimsby. See Maycop coming off, who ran his heart out as well.
Yeah, Ellis, I can recall scoring in the playoffs for Notts County last season. Scored some big goals, actually, in the end of the previous campaign for the Magpies. They think the job might just be done, but there's still time. About 7 minutes, probably a bit more than that. Solihull aside with plenty of goals in them. Noticeable, Kevin, that Howard stayed forward now.
Yeah, looks like he's going to play up top, isn't it?
He's found Dallas. And the challenge came in from Fox. And here come Grimsby. What's going to be really interesting now, Kev, is to see, will Grimsby start to drop back? Will his side look to push on?
Well, I think it's important he's gone to that 4-4-2 formation. One of the strikers, either Abrahams or Sarue, just drop it, just give him that extra body in midfield. So 6 minutes plus injury time to come.
Incredible again, isn't it, that it's another substitute who's got the goal for Paul Hurst's side. He might have picked the same starting 11 for all 3 playoff games, but how well he's used his bench.
Yep, and like you say, that's again about the culture, the team spirit. You know, when you're not in the team, how are you behaving around the place? Are you a good squad player, a good team player?
Barnett took it beautifully. Howe waits in the box. Awkward for the goalkeeper, but he did very well there. Broken, that's a good take under pressure. I think he'll hold on to this for as long as he possibly is allowed.
Yeah, I think Waterfall went down a little bit as well, so his handling has been good. We spoke about it in the first half, just coming in, taking that pressure off, running down the clock. A few drinks going on now, a few gels.
Problem here for Dallas. So another change being made here. Late on with 5 minutes to go. Reece McNally. Issues coming up for Dallas, the top scorers. Races run. Will there be yet another twist in this playoff tale?
In that moment, at the opportunity, they've got into good position, Solihull. They've just struggled to, a few times now, get that clinical pass through to the likes of Dallas and Newton.
But it goes towards Sarue.
Yeah, I'm here.
Time of the essence here.
Ah, the barbecue.
Up it goes towards Howe. He'll look to make the run off him. Clifton.
Yeah, the burger. Nope. I had ketchup.
Oh, wow, this could be interesting. Abraham.
By the lamb burger.
Waits in the box. He's decided to just hold it up here with Ellis at his back. Looking to waste away what are incredibly valuable, precious seconds for Solihull.
Wales are a one-man team. They rely too much on Gareth Bale. If Gareth Bale doesn't play, Wales is shit.
Grimsby edge ever closer. Smith, yeah, there yet again for the Mariners. What a game he's had.
He's done well, hasn't he? That's that one into touch and it's been unbelievable, hasn't it?
Yep.
Something's been written in the stars. Just Solihull need that one moment.
Clark. Barnett. Is there another chance in this? Was it quite kept in? Is going to be a throw in though.
They've really missed Hudlin, haven't they? Since he's gone off. There's not too many saves to make. A big miss for them. Unfortunate head injury.
Barnett. Waterfall
Oh,
clear.
interesting that is.
He's had. Ellis. Wide it comes for Barnett. They just need to get it in the box. Smith with the header clear. Solihull asking questions. More pressure for Grimsby to deal with. Just kept in on that.
Putting out of the fires and then getting Grimsby on the front foot.
And sometimes with a playoff campaign, even with a cup campaign, you can think your name's on the trophy. But certain things just point that kind of way. And the goal that looks like it could be the winner for Grimsby, scored in the 111th minute. They've had 111 seasons in the Football League. Almost spooky, that. Reiki. Solihull, not done yet. Well, they wanted to carry on, I think, there. Yellow card shown. Final minute of extra time. Fox booked. It's got to go forward quick.
Yeah, League Two. But the difference is Grimsby, if they win this, will go up at the first time of asking. Because they were relegated last season.
On the chest by Ellis.
Yeah.
Confirmation it is 2 minutes. Newton.
Go on! Go on! Shoo, you idiot!
Still open for the keeper, and he's claimed it well.
Oh.
Cheered almost like a goal by the Grimsby fans. They thought there could be a reprieve for a second there.
Yeah, fell to Barnett, didn't he? Struggling with cramp in his hamstring. Just tries to help it back into a dangerous area. Comfortable for Crocombe.
Is it going to be playoff joy again for Hurst? After guiding Grimsby up by this method in 2016, is it going to be promotion final heartache again for Neil Ardley on the losing side with Notts County in 2020? It's been a playoff camp. Grimsby are almost there.
Yeah, it's frustrating for him. You say the loss of Hudlin. It's like they're going to lose to a long throw as well. They're prepared for the long throws, the set pieces from Grimsby.
Yep, and not a lot of teams have done that. Only one other team has done it in the last 5 years, and that was Bristol Rovers. So it shows it's very hard to do it.
Never give up attitude.
It's like,
Get him over the line.
yeah. Our team, Chesterfield, we're basically like Leighton Orient. You go down, but you take like nearly 5 or 6 years to try and get back up. And we're nearly at that level. Can't do it first time asking. Oh, there's Ruwe. Well, apparently he's English, and his name doesn't even sound English.
Is indeed the plan.
You know that Dear Saruwe is from Leeds.
Solihull trying to get it. Maybe one last chance to get it forward.
I'll see if you're correct.
To the ground, having prevented Storer from taking it quickly.
No, he's never played for Bristol.
The referee, I think, wants to show a card here. Yeah, he's booked it.
Disaruwe.
Third minute of added time. The game's nearly up for
He's
Solihull.
more known for playing for Salford.
Grimsby on the brink. Maybe one last attack.
I think the one that you might be on about might be Armand Nondule. He played for, I think he played for like Bristol City or something like that, and he played for Blackpool.
And that could well be it. And they know it. They're pleading with the referee to blow his whistle. Amazing noise and atmosphere around London Stadium. Still we go on into a 4th minute, 12-month transformation is complete. Maguire through the hero. They've gone from the pain of relegation to the joy, the utter joy of promotion. What an achievement. Finished 6th in the regular season. 3 times they went to extra time. But Maguire Drew is the man who's ultimately made it happen. Solihull miss out, but their progress this season undeniable. It is a club heading in the right direction. Steady foundations, the future promising, but this will
Full time, Solihull Moors 1, Grimsby Town are promoted.
in a promotion final is stark.
Like, sub, subscribe with the notification. Also see you guys on Tuesday
Time again, they've done it the hard way.
for England.